Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nick. Today we'll be looking at the Alpha 10 test build for Stonehearth. This was updated recently from Alpha 9 to the test build for Alpha 10. As you can see right here, it's looking pretty fantastic. The patch notes, as you can see right here, are water, part 1, which is very interesting. Building improvements, which we'll get to. It's very similar to the Sims building style, UI-wise anyway. The combat improvements, which is pretty cool to look at. We'll get to that as well. UI improvements, performance improvements. Unknown issues, well, you got bug fixes right here, as we do know. We know both of these, but primarily improvements. I've got a world right here. We did live stream this a little, well, 5 minutes ago, actually, from time of recording. So let's go onwards. Let's continue into the realm. In fact, I think this is an autosave. So we're probably going to see stuff that we did afterwards, which was us actually fighting off goblins. But that's fine. I didn't want to show that bit. There are apparently wolves as well in the new combat system. I'll try and go in order. Yeah, okay, so we've actually already defeated the goblins right here. It doesn't really matter. There was nothing different about them, to be honest with you. They were a little tougher, though. Also, we've got deaths as well. We did have a death right there. They are significantly tougher. That is definitely something to think about. Also, they do split between each other, which I think happened in Alpha 9 anyway. So it's not really something to worry about. But yep, ow, it hurts. The chieftain has been defeated. There you go, you win. A few rounds. Okay, brains. We'll get to that. There's a lot of things we got to look at right now. We didn't win that because food has been increased. The criteria in order to get new people after each day has improved exponentially. Well, the requirements for them have increased exponentially. Now you need quite a lot more food to probably absurdity once again. In the previous update, I think we needed so little that we got one every day, but now you need so much that you're probably going to get one every 5 days or something like that. Not really. I imagine we'll be able to improve it over time once we know what we really require. But I think it's a good thing. You know, we don't want something new every day. And also with the memory loss bugs, it's probably better not to have a lot of people. But as you can see, we've got water. Look at this. It's pretty fantastic right now. You can't really interact, and there are no ways to really interact with water just yet, at least for the Hearthlings. What we can do, however, as you can see right here, is we can mine a certain area and the water will morph into the nothing blocks, really. If there's nothing like but air blocks next to water, then they will be filled up appropriately. I didn't see the way they did it, but I think it just sort of rises up. I don't think it actually spawns or disappears. Well, spawns with the water. I'm not sure if you can build in it as well. That's something we might want to check later on. But this is pretty cool. It's mostly a proof of concept right now. Later on, we'll be able to interact with water. We'll be able to use it as actual water source for probably creation. And you never know, we might actually need it for a new first thingamajig. I'm not really too sure. Maybe freshness will also be indicated there. I'm not too sure. But as you can see, the water does actually just spawn in. But it is used as a walkable layer right now. So it doesn't really, you can't really swim in it. There's no drowning functionality. It is just part 1 of water, the basic. At least we've got water now. There's an actual graphic for it. You can see the outline of the earth around it on the, well, that's submerged anyway. You can see the outline of the land that is submerged in the water. It's a bit weird. I hope they get rid of that. I just hope you can't really see this. It's just, you just can't see how deep it is, really. If it's 2 layers, you can't see it. That's what I'm trying to say right here. Otherwise, you don't really have much of a sense of depth, which I would quite like. It doesn't. I don't think it goes it goes down any further. Also, I've never really seen a bigger pile other than this one, so it seems you won't get like seas or anything like that just yet, by the looks of things. Or at least with the worlds that I've been generating, there seem to be just very small pools, just here and there, of varying sort of length, but all sort of roughly the same size. But there you go. I'm coughing a lot right now because I just finished the live stream, so there we go. You have to bear with me. But that's water for you. It's pretty cool. I like that it's here now, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to progress in the future. Now, for some very interesting things, the building improvements. This is very cool. So we've got some UI changes right here, and I did mention it was similar to The Sims, and it is very much like The Sims. We've got a cool UI right here that requires us to click on different parts of the building in order to give us that specific construction type, I suppose. So we've got the flooring right here. We've got roads as well. So the roads tool is actually in the building designer now. We've got the walls, which is sort of done the similar way that it worked last time, being that they've got to sort of align themselves and then they'll do that. Pretty cool to see. And then we just sort of got the second floor, which is a very cool feature. The way they do it, though, which is quite interesting. So I've got a construction right here, which is still underway. And basically, they can build the second wall. That's something I want to specify. They can actually build the second floor. This has been edited, so that actually goes out one layer. So even if you make some crazy, obscure design, they will still have the ability to construct it. And this is because, and this isn't really a good thing to be honest with you, this is because they pretty much go mental on scaffolding. If we go to the X-ray view, I believe, no, I think it would be this view. Oh, here we go. So yeah, as you can see, they just go mad on scaffolding. I wouldn't really mind as much if maybe scaffolding was a lot easier to create. Maybe instead of making each block, well, each builder... Oh, we're getting attacked right now. We'll look at that in a second. It's actually very loud, so maybe we want to go see combat real quick just for a second, get that out of the way. So as you can see, brains. We've got some zombies right here. This is their texture. It's sort of different. There's a few other types of textures, and there are actually slightly stronger versions of the zombie as well. We do get skeletons, so we just let them enter to attack mode right here. Hopefully it's not too loud for everyone. I did test and make sure the sound was all right, but hopefully it's not overpowering my voice too much. They don't really do much. They do attack every now and then, I've seen, but they seem to want to get to their sort of route point first before they do anything, and then they will actually start attacking people. But right now, they all just sort of walk to one point, stay there, and then they'll actually start attacking people. So it's really weird. So if you can attack them while they're en route, then they won't do anything. Which is, it's not too bad, I suppose. Got some sheep right here, as you can see. Still adorable as ever. There are wolves in this, supposedly, but I've not run into them just yet. Apparently goblins randomly get wolves, and then you gotta free them or something before the trainer gets here. I've not had that event yet. And I played them this... I mean, this is a 2-hour-long game, so I'm not sure if maybe it's something that we'll see later on. But unfortunately, I won't be able to show that to you. I was hoping we'll get something, but eventually I just ended up killing the goblins because I wanted to see how tough they were. So there we go. There is that. We've got a building right here. This is one of the random buildings that you get. Just get rid of the slice mode right here. Yeah, this is just one of the random schematics that you have. Out of the many that I already have anyway. But there you go. That's combat for you. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as it was before, just new enemy types. I think we got some skeletons over here, actually. There you go. So we've got some skeletons right here. They sometimes do spawn on top of trees. They will fall down if you do mine the tree. This happened before with a zombie that spawned on a tree that was all the way over here. It just sort of fell down and then started attacking people. So that's fine. That works. As you can see, the skeletons is very nice. I love the detail they have and the models that they currently have with the skeletons and the zombies. There's a lot going on right here. And they're still sort of sticking with the Rayman arms, which I think is a very nice aesthetic. And all in all, just a lot of detail. There is an indent with the eyes, which is very nice to see. Or at least there is with the outside layer. Oh no, there's still an indent with the actual eyes themselves. So that is good to see. Daily update, which is probably not going to pass. Nope. Not enough food. Just enough net worth. Yeah, as you can see, it's a lot more unforgiving. But yeah, those are the skeletons for you. And we did see the zombies before, a little bit of ribcage, but mostly it's like the skeleton, but just a lot more flesh, really. I'm not just sure if they stand around for long enough, they'll eventually become skeletons. That would be quite interesting, but they haven't said that, so I'm not too sure if that will really be a thing. The only thing that's not too great is that they're quite persistent. Every night you're going to get attacked by zombies and skeletons, and it's not really too bad since they're bugged out at the moment, so you can pretty much kill them without taking damage or any losses. But I imagine it won't become very fun, if that makes sense. Well, it's not really a grand concept, really. But when I say that, I mean, eventually it's going to become quite tedious to have to constantly deal with skeletons attacking. Maybe maybe you want to deal with a mine or something like that we've got right here. It's just a random thing that we built. But you have to keep going back and forth because you have to deal with skeletons. And you do have to pay attention because if you don't, they will kill people. You just got to have that slight bit of awareness in order to defeat them. Although you can just put everyone into armor, but then no one does anything. So you've got to really rely on quite a high guard count and then hope they're all in the same place. Guard routes would probably be a good idea later on, which I don't think we currently have. Which is fine. That's alright. I didn't get to the UI as well, which is probably probably what I should have done first before we get to the building. So the UIs can, well, I say completely change. It's pretty much just move a few things around and create a few more icons. It's a little bit cleaner. So this is the town overview. I would still prefer this to be in the middle, I won't lie, but it looks like, no, that can still be in the middle and be nearly symmetrical. The notification tab won't make it symmetrical, but that's fine. Notifications are, in fact, the same. Nothing different there. More brains. But there you go. Simple merchants arrived. Nothing new with the shops, although we do want to go ahead and buy some of that leather right there. Still playing the game while in the background. 1, 2, 3, 4. While having a look right here. The town overview is no different, really, from what I've seen. It's just sort of a different icon, and it's slightly bigger once again. It would be nice if I could move these around later on. Maybe if I right-click on them, and then they can move them across the UI right there. That'd be a pretty nice thing to see. Citizens menu is quite a bit different. We have a selection menu right here that will come up with a bunch of tabs where you can just pretty much change their job or show workshop. And also, you can select it, and it will very, very elegantly go towards them. I think before it snapped to them. I can't remember if it even went to them, actually, now that I think about it. Everyone's got leather armor on. That's what they were. Well, that's what all the random shouts are right there. Not really shouts, they're random digging. But yeah, sort of a nice... very satisfying. I'm not too sure why. But if you hover over them, then it will just take you to them by the looks of it as well. It's pretty good to see. Also, when you select them, it will come up with some tabs on the top here. That's what this dark shade right here is in the settings menu. I wondered what it was before, because it seems sort of out of place. Like, if you don't have anyone selected, we just go out of here, back in. It just seems a bit weird. I thought it was maybe a shadow of the tab or something like that, but I thought it was kind of pointless. But when you click that, it does come up with some extra tabs. And it looks like they want to have about 4 tabs in total, so there's probably 2 extra things they want in the future. I'm not really too sure what they would really be, though. Then you've got the harvesting menu right here with some new icons altogether. Harvesting plants and sort of berry trees and stuff like that. What we've seen before. Then you've got the mining option right here. Like I've said before, it would be really nice to see maybe some 2 extra mining icons right here. One for 4 squared mining and another one for 1 block mining to be a little bit more precise. I think that would be quite a nice thing to do. What I wanted to do over here is have the water actually act as irrigation for our plants, but we can't really do that if we can't mine it up properly. So that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. Just a little bit more freedom with our customization. It'd be very nice to see. Obviously, this is an alpha, though, and they'll probably get round to it. So this is the council task. You know, pretty much, we've got any tasks to cancel? I guess we'll make one. Make sure it works. I just want to show it off. There we go. Cancel the task. And we have the remove tool, remove bushes, right there. Pretty much what we've seen before. We have the region blocks, which pretty much the same. None of these will be available. As you can see, it still says it requires something in red. We have all of these. This is why, if we didn't have a farmer, we wouldn't be able to make farmer's land. Whereas before, you didn't really, you could make a farmer's plot of land and just wait until we got a farmer, basically. I mean, I suppose it's all right. It lets people know that they actually require this in order to actually make the particular type of plot. So it's pretty nice. Other than that, I'm not too sure if it really serves any extra purpose. It's pretty cool, though. Also, the hotkeys do show themselves. There's still a bit of an issue with hotkeys. Like when you're trying to name someone, sometimes it stops you from naming them, and then it just sort of goes nuts and does that. So it's all right, though. It's just sort of little nitpicks here and there. And then you've got the fight menu, which is just the patrols right here, which we've seen before. Create patrols, add member. Add all of those people, which is very nice to see. I've already got 2 patrols set up. I guess one of them is a proper patrol. More brains will get people to start attacking. Where are they? Where are those brain-eating scum? Looks like they're over here. The sapper, not the sapper. I was saying this in the stream, the sapper, just all the time. The trapper is what I was meant to say. We'll go ahead and try and attack this mohawk zombie right here. Now, I believe the mohawk zombies are slightly bigger than normal zombies. I'm not too sure, though. It looked like it when they were next to each other. As you can see, just skeletons and zombies seem to fight each other. So there you go. Not fight each other, but fight alongside. But they will be dispatched very easily. And we'll get everyone back to work. Beautiful. And then we've got the loot functionality right here. I think that we looted everything around here, but it works the same way as it does before. Which is very nice to see. Right, but let's go to the important part once again. There's a very nice overview right here. I seem to be skipping a lot of sections. But there you go. As you can see, though, the building functionality is just... once again, the scaffolding is a bit weird. It takes a long time. That's the main issue I've got with it. It takes so long because of the way scaffolding is made. This was pretty much created about 30 minutes in on the live stream. And we recorded for an extra hour and a half. And we only got this far. So... there you go. It does take a long time. This house was significantly quicker to make just because there wasn't a second floor. If there's a second floor, they go mental with the scaffolding. So I think that needs to be sorted out. At the moment, I guess it's their hot fix, I suppose. Their way of dealing with creating the second floor until they can come up with something a little bit simpler. But there you go. It doesn't really use any extra wood from what I've seen. Although I'm not too sure if they count the amount of wood that is used in their building cost sort of algorithm they've got right here. But there you go. I can't imagine it does, because we've used quite a lot more wood than what I can see, right? We had quite a lot more than this before, I believe. So it uses it up fairly quickly. But if I show you right here how it works, what we want to do is, let's say, we build a floor right here. The floor on this level right here does actually indent itself in the ground. So we'll just do this right here. Probably do something a little bit crazy. Just do that. There we go. Bit weird, but it doesn't really need to be like a masterpiece. There we go. I just want to see how complex we can really make it. Then we've got the main floor right here. The first floor and the second floor walls are not segregated at all, so they're pretty much the same thing. Got an update right here. Still didn't make it. Now, the thing I like now is that it will show you what is going to be printed, whereas before I don't believe it did anyway. This is the kind of stuff that I just never remember, but at the moment it does give you a nice little schematic of what it will look like if you choose to make a wall, which is very nice to see. It's got a nice blue outline, which I quite like. I hope they keep that. It just helps to segregate it from the world and what you've already constructed, which is very nice to see, or what you've already planted. So if we just put that right there, very nice. The blue outline goes away unless you hover over it, I believe. Something like that. Oh no, he actually tries to build it again. We probably don't want to do that. It might crash. But anyway, we could click on these chairs right here. This will come up with whatever you have in your inventory menu. I imagine it's not coming up with anything right now, and I think I do have a lot of furniture and that lot available. So not too sure why nothing's coming up. I guess we don't have furniture, so that's probably why. We can get doors right here. Get like a nice little door. Just pull that right there. Maybe have another one right here. Not meant to be a masterpiece. Get some roads sorted out. Oh, okay, that's wrong. The undo bugs out sometimes, so I'm sort of watching out right there. Traveler appears. Excuse me. We'll go across right there. Beautiful. Just random road. There we are. We can change the colors as well if you select on a few random walls. What is this thing? There we are. Change these. Change that wall and that wall. There we go. Just for the sake of it. Let's go nuts. We can make the second floor as well. Now, there's a bit of an interesting way of making the second floor. So what we can do, we can't make balconies with the second floor because the roofing, the way the roofs work, it won't allow it. You'd have to make a separate roof with these the second floor blocks. And the second floor is basically just the cubes that we usually do to sort of specify the creations for our house right here. So we can go pretty nuts in our creations right here. Try and add a neat aesthetic. But as you can see, if we just go ahead and add a second floor, pretty much just a complete and utter second floor right here. It's pretty complete and utter second floor. But there you go. Then what you can do is you can go to the walls again, and there you go. You can make the second floor right there. They don't make a stair, from what I've seen, automatically, so you will want to make a special way for them to get up. Otherwise, the second floor is going to be meaningless. They won't be able to get up to it. So you want to make like a random alcove. Like if you want to make sure they can actually get to the second floor, you want to put a door right here, and then make like a platform right here, and then maybe put a ladder or a staircase. I used to do the staircases. They're just nicer. Oh, that's wrong. The undo right there. I'm waiting for the undo to bug out. That's why I keep clicking undo. There we go. There you go. It doesn't really mean anything. We're just sort of going nuts right now. And then what you can do is you can click on the roof and place it right there, which is beautiful. Now, I quite like now. The roof's bugged out, so I imagine we won't be able to do this now. No, we still can. So what I also like is that it's not constantly it's not a constant shade of yellow or different shades of yellow when constructing. It actually comes out as the color it's intended to be. So you can really design your build and have it end up the way you really want it to. As you can see, the undo button seems to have a random glitch right there. But if we just have like a different block type before... oh, okay, that block type doesn't work. Try this one. Nope, okay. Well, I can't really show you, but I guess I can with this. Before, these blocks would appear yellow. The same with these blocks, but it would be a slightly different shade to try and distinguish itself. Now it doesn't. Now it's a completely similar color. This won't be able to construct because it's bugged out now, so I can't really show you anything else. Other than this, which I showed you before, it won't work. This is normal. And then you've got just sort of like random decoration here or there. Oh god, wolves! Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've got some wolves. Oh, right. Okay, so it's another random event. So what happened here is that I wasn't observant enough. And I imagine there's like one trader and then a bunch of wolves. So yeah, that's pretty cool to see, actually. As you can see, that wolf is looking pretty menacing. There we go. Cliffy Gruffbarker. I like it. It's a very witty names. Then you've got another wolf right here. Let's see how they attack. They might steal stuff. I'm not too sure. I really wish I could see what they look like as puppies, to be honest with you. That would have... Well, I'm not too sure if they're called puppies as wolves, but... There you go. As young wolves. Oh, we got a third one right there. They appear very tough. Oh, we got a few sheep as well. It's a good thing they're not attacking our sheep. A nice little flip right there by Usk. Very powerful. So let's just speed this up. Oh, wow. These wolves are very tough. Oh, we might die here, actually. Yeah, this is definitely something you've got to look after. You've got to definitely be observant of. These wolves are very, very tough. We have leather armor on right now. Thick leather armor. And we're just not doing enough damage. Unless they can't die. Oh, no. We've killed them. We've killed one of them anyway. We should have got more guards, really. But that's a few deaths, though. I do like it, though. I like how it's a lot tougher now. You just got to worry a little bit more about current situations. Although everyone's dying now, so I think we've died. But there you go. We just pause right here and just continue on what we were doing. But as you can see, we'll have to just... oh, okay. Like I said, the hotkeys are still bugging out a little bit here. Where have I gone? There you go. I've just cheated a little bit there. But this is, you know, they will be able to build this. I can't actually... Okay. The game's bugged out completely for me. What's this? My guess is wolves, goblins, wolves. Watch your boars. You don't want to fight them after the trainer's got them in the... Oh, right. Okay, then. So I missed that notification right there. And then the wolves are pros. Oscar's died. Everyone's died. Yeah, there we go. So I skipped that notification right there because I wasn't paying attention to the notifications menu when I was talking there. But as you can see, they will be able to construct this, as you can see, eventually. And they will be able to, like, what I've done right here is I've made an indent on the second floor. It's really hard to concentrate. We've got this, like, music in the background. Let's just have them charge, even though they're not going to really do anything. These wolves are, like, eating all our food right now by the looks of things. Which is pretty cool to see. But our guys are just too scared to do anything. There we go. That's pretty fantastic. Otherwise, I think I've pretty much covered over the new building system right there. Can I, like, go away from this? Let's turn the music down. Sound. There we go. Feels very lonely without the music in this. Apparently we still do have music. Just not combat music. Anyway, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by some wolves. It's a good thing we can actually see them, though. I was worried we wouldn't be able to. Other than that, huge performance increase. We still get bugs every now and again, but this is the unstable Alpha 10, so it's prone to happen. I imagine the full version of Alpha 10, some of these bugs would have been ironed out. But performance-wise, it's a lot better. It's a lot smoother when you're placing blocks as well. If I can still do this, probably won't be able to. But as I showed you before with the construction... No, it won't work. But I showed you before with this pylon right here that I was making. It was very quick. There was no lag spikes. As of previously, there were quite a few lag spikes. And it was quite tricky to get the blocks perfectly selected. There is a bit of a UI issue, being that for some reason you can only select the box if it's... you can only select 3/4 of the blocks from the top. So anything at the bottom right here, you just sort of can't select for some reason. Minor UI bug right there, but that's fine. It only consists of the second sort of notification buttons right here. Not really notifications button, but the UI buttons right here. Only on the second menus that we've got right here. Same with this, but the first menus is fine. They're all fine. All these buttons work. So I'm not sure why that's an issue, but I imagine that could be easily resolved. Other than that, the AI is better. They can do a lot more, and they don't tend to forget things. Like, even though it looks like they've forgotten this, they always come back to it once they have nothing else to do. They seem to put it somewhere else in their requirements, I suppose, in their laundry list, you could say, of things to do when they've just started building a bunch of other things. So that's pretty good to see. You can actually go nuts with this as well. You can just keep going up and up and up with the floors. I can't show you that right now because it's bugged out, but that's fine. I did test this on the live stream. I'll put a link in the description for the live stream. It won't be available forever. So if you're watching this a month later, then the video for the live stream won't exist anymore because Twitch would have gotten rid of it automatically. But yeah, if you want to watch that, you'll be able to see it in a lot more detail and also discover it alongside me. Other than that, saw similar bugs, similar issues that the devs already know about. Yeah, it's a pretty solid build, I would say. Alpha 10 is looking pretty promising. It's a huge leap, once again, from Alpha 9. It's very exciting times to live in, I would say. You know, very exciting times to live in Stonehearth. Pretty good thing. And it's a lot tougher now, and there's a lot more you can do. The world interacts with you as a player a lot more now. I'm looking forward to seeing the future random situations that you're going to be placed in. It's going to be pretty fantastic. And, of course, maybe seeing some more interesting world generation. That's definitely something I'm looking forward to the most, to be honest with you. I want to see a lot cooler things to generate. Maybe a waterfall that leads into a cool lake that maybe has a magical tree. There's a lot of things you can really do. Mods will probably help with that kind of stuff. I'm being a bit giddy now because I always get giddy when there's a Stonehearth advert. What? When I always get giddy when there's a Stonehearth update. You know, it just fills me with joy. It's really cool to see. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. I've been the Innkeeper. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for updates on my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch for live streams. That's pretty fantastic. If I've missed anything, feel free to comment below, and I will hopefully add that in the comments in the the below thing. I for some reason cannot remember the description. There we go. The description will also have the live stream video, and it will also have the patch notes for anyone that is interested. You can also buy Stonehearth from their site. And they'll give you a Steam key. There's a lot to it. It's pretty fantastic. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.